my friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin, and this is our snack for the journey. And here we are again, another week, another book in the Bible. And today we're going to start. This week we're going to go over the book of Hosea. Hosea, very important prophet, and a very interesting prophet, and an interesting story. So I'm probably not going to be able to do it, to tell the whole thing about his story in the right at the beginning. Most of the time I'm able to do that, but his story is a very controversial story, interesting story. It's kind of weird, but God is working through here. Hosea is working through his life. And we are just we're going to share a few verses that I think that are important for us to learn. There's a lot of in his story, so I'd like to share with you. It's important for you to understand that Hosea, he preached, or he was a prophet to the northern kingdom, the kingdom of Israel. Remember that there was the people of Israel. And then after Solomon, the kingdom is split. The south become Judah, the king of the south. The capital was Jerusalem. The kingdom of the north becomes Israel, the name of Israel, and the capital was Samaria. So for the long time, and those two kingdoms lived, and sometimes they made war. And it was a struggle. So we're going to find some prophets that were sent to the kingdom of south, to Judah, some prophets that were sent to the kingdom of north, and some prophet that prophesies for both of them. So it's a very interesting way of doing things here. So you need to understand that and the kingdom of Israel, it was a bad kingdom, because there's not one king that was good in that kingdom. Not one. Is Judah, they had good kings, bad kings, so and so. But Israel, all of them were bad kings. And God kept sending the prophets to tell them that if they keep going that direction, judgment is coming. And eventually it came. So those 10 tribes, they were judged. The Assyrians came and destroyed, killed, took people, and mixed people there, left people behind. So it was a mess. And Hosea is God calls Hosea in a very interesting way, because God exemplified his relationship with the kingdom of the north, the Israel, with Hosea's life, personal life, family life. And this is what happened. God, right in the beginning, God asked Hosea to marry a woman that was a prostitute, that was not a good adulterous woman, and it's so Hosea married that woman, and God said, you're going to have children, and he named the children a very interesting names. He has Lo Ruamad, that signifies not amada, it's not beloved, not loved by God. And then Lo Ami, not my povo, not my people. Portuguese is coming, rushing. So yes, not my people, not beloved. So those are the kids of Hosea. Hosea had to do that. So and God said, look, this is what's going on with you and me. I am your husband, and you are a adulterous wife. And it cannot continue like that. And because God sees his people as his wife. And the New Testament will get that idea, Jesus and his bride, the church. So that theme of marriage, God's marriage with his people, it will continue in the New Testament. So that is the idea where they got that. But today I'd like to share one verse with you. It's Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. It says, "Yet The Israelites will be like the sand of the seashore, which cannot be measured or counted. In the place where it was said to them, "You are not my people," they will be called sons of the living God. And it's a promise in the middle of devastation. God is illustrating with the life of the prophet what is going on with his relationship with the people. The people became adulterous with other gods. They left the Lord and became and worshiped other gods and didn't want to come. Judgment would come upon them. But in the middle of the whole prophecy of judgment, there is a word of hope that is it's shared here with Hosea. The Israelites will grow again, and you cannot measure what's going to happen. And you once were not my people, they will be called the sons of the living God. And that is a great word of promise and hope, not only for the Israelites but for us, because God, that shows us that God does not give up, even when we give up Him, even when we leave, even when we turn our backs to Him. God does not give up on you and me. And this is great news. This is great news, because sometimes we mess it up. We're Christians. We're trying to follow the Lord, and sometimes we mess it up. And we say, "Oh man, did I do that again?" Yes, and we did. But God does not give up on His people. And this is something that you need to know. I need to know, because He gives us hope. He gives us hope and encouragement that even though we are messed up, we disobeyed, we turned our backs, we took the wrong turn, God will not give up. And this is the great news. It's a good news for you to begin your week. God does not give up. And this is your snack for the journey. God bless you.